What's going on, everybody? Whiskey Victor 3 Victor, Jason here, amateur radio call sign. Trying a little Dit Storm again tonight. Got ARRL up, and I was locked in, and now it seems to be the band might be shifting a little bit, but I'm down on 20 meters, 14.047.5, and so yeah, just trying again with the Dit Storm from Morse Nexus. Again, this is the Morse code reader, and we're seeing if we can't try some on the air stuff. So there I just took and turned up the receive speed 35 to 150 words a minute. We'll see. But this signal to noise ratio right here is what I've been fighting with for quite some time, of trying to get it just exactly right. And you'd think that it would just lock in, but for some reason I can't get it to quite lock in. And once again, here you can see, hey, how's it going there? N3WER, Ham Radio Elmer. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's only 7:28 here on the West Coast, so we definitely got some time before we go to bed. But trying to figure out this Morse Nexus Dit Storm cipher, and it really is just one of those things that kind of should just work, and it just really doesn't. So, not saying it's a bad product, just saying that I can't get it to work the way that it's supposed to work. But nonetheless, we're at it again, just trying to give it a little bit of test, playing around with some of the settings, and seeing what we can't muster up here. So thanks for stopping by. I was on the DMR side of the house here just a little bit ago. Was making some contacts on DMR. Not a real big DMR guy, but I got DMR back up and running. So it's been kind of fun for the last 24 hours. Had to reflash some new software for the MMDVM that I'm using, along with the Anytone Mobile as a base. So that's what I've got as a DMR rig. Well, one of the problems I find with DMR is that you have to have a computer to program most of the stuff. And at one time, I had a computer that I was able to use for programming radios, and then I had to give that computer back. So now I'm computerless as far as for a Windows machine. I run a Mac here at the house, and then also run Linux here for some packet stuff. But above and beyond that, I do not have a Windows machine. So we're going to adjust the slider here and go back to signal boost and QRM suppressed. Noise suppressed. Let's keep adjusting the slider here. There we go. But still, again, it's not decoding. We should get some decodes here. All right, so there we go. That made a little bit of a difference. I took it, had to change the speed, which now we're getting some good confidence of 80% confidence. And again, this is all from W1AW, so you know that the code is going to be pretty near perfect, because I think they're running a actual machine for Morse code from W1AW and the ARRL. I also took and I have AI boost on, so AI boost on will take and actually take what's there being read from the machine and then convert it to you know, actual what it looks like it should be. But this is actually pretty good confidence now that it's actually working. 91 let's see, what, 91? It's fluctuating, because I think the band is fluctuating a little bit. Yeah, so here's kind of the setup, which really isn't much. So I'm in a small little computer room, and again, we're taking and using the Dit Storm cipher here, trying to take and see if we can't get this thing to work correctly or the way that it is. Again, confidence 77%, fluctuating up to 95%. Says that it's 30 words a minute, and it does seem like it is copying pretty reliable. But again, the signal has to be quite strong. I'm using a FTDX 401, FTDX-10, and using a MFJ cobweb antenna. So there we go. Try to get my picture here a little bit off the screen. There we go. It's kind of funny because I can take and copy some of the characters. I can copy a lot of the characters, actually, and it should be showing up on the screen, and I'm going, okay, well, where is that character? That's what this says. That's what that says. But again, the any bit of little bit of fading, and it seems like the signal kind of drops. So again, this is Whiskey Victor 3 Victor Urban Ham Radio here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Playing a little bit with the Dit Storm cipher from Morse Nexus, formerly Prepcom. And here it seems like it's kind of dialed in right now. So 15 words a minute, having a good confidence of 83%. It does show W1AW as the sender, which is kind of neat, and I could actually look them up through the program, but I really don't want to mess around with it right now because it is kind of working. So if you haven't given a thumbs up or a like, appreciate the like, follow, and subscribe. And there's some crazy dogs in the background of mine that like to bark at every little thing. If anybody happens to have any experience with the Dit Storm cipher from PrepCom, now Morse Nexus, definitely drop a message in the chat, and maybe we can link up offline and compare settings and other things. The only thing I wish that I was able to control, which I haven't quite figured out, is the volume from the radio. So I have to have the volume on the radio up in order for it to receive, which is a little bit of annoying. And I'm not sure if that's part of the feature of learning the code through the device or not. But it is quite the little interesting device, manufactured from Morse Nexus in Sandpoint, Idaho. So here we're taking and we're copying W1AW, and it's got 97% confidence, which is good. But you can see there are some errors within the decode, and I believe that's due to fading and band conditions and whatnot. So there we go, another little trial and error of using this device and copying W1AW from 20 meters, 14.047.5. And when it's on, seems to work pretty much near flawless. When it's off, it is off. So I think that's with anything. It says that the words per minute right now is about 25 words per minute, which is kind of interesting because it doesn't sound that fast. But maybe, I guess it could be. So, and you can see it is decoding the text and dropping it there, right there in the middle. So right here is the decoded text, and you can see W1AW is highlighted. The Dit Storm cipher will also take and let me bring the camera on here. There we go. It will it'll also take and it will identify if another Dit Storm cipher is actually connected and you are working, you know, device to device, which is kind of interesting. There's some type of has to be some type of something within the code, sending and receiving, that it knows the you know, that you're using one, and then the other person is also using a Dit Storm cipher. So I thought that was kind of unique that it would take and it would actually show you that. So again, if anybody happens to have one out there, take and drop me a line, and we'll take and try to compare some notes. I've tried it on real world CW conversations, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. The code has to be kind of almost perfect, like W1AW, so it's coming from a machine, and you can see there right in the middle that the confidence is sitting at 99% confidence, you know, and it fluctuates as the band conditions take and change. So Again, just to kind of give you an area, so this is the waterfall area over here where we're taking on the left-hand side and seeing the incoming stream of Morse code. I have all these macros right here, 1 through 11, that I can take and set up if I'm actually going to use the Dit Storm for transmitting. I can take and I can log off. I can use AI Boost. I have AI Boost on, but it hasn't displayed anything because the confidence is so high. So the AI Boost, I think, is there's a threshold there, and I don't know what the threshold may be, but it will take and it will get you know, a certain amount of text, and it will take and then try to translate based on what it thinks it is. So that is sometimes a help. Right here in the middle, this big black area, this is for actual transmitting keyboard to keyboard. And again, the Dit Storm cipher says that it can go from 5 to 150 words a minute. I have yet to try the transmitting part of it, only because the band conditions have been just horrible. So I know we've got a couple of days, I think, and then we're going to be facing some more activity from the sun. We're going to be on a full edge, I think, flare that they're predicting. So conditions may still be in the tank, but W1AW seems to be about the best test that I can actually provide to see how well this thing actually works. So there you go. If you got any questions or anything, drop them in the chat. Again, just trying to get on the air and get the channel up and running again with this piece of equipment. I'm not one to take into showcase a lot of equipment, even though I like playing with lots of different radios and different gear. I've only got the one camera here, so kind of a front-on view, and I would have to figure something else out. But nonetheless, this is kind of cool. I will also take and stream some ADS-B. I've got a ADS-B receiver set up and monitor all the local aircraft around the Las Vegas Valley. Yeah, there we go. Yep. Sorry about that. I had the microphone muted there. Yeah, that was actually me. I was KA3OQN previous. Back in 1985, I ended up getting my amateur radio license. So that was me on the airwaves back in 1985. A friend of mine, Howard Schwartz, was a ham radio operator, and so was his dad. I went to his house a couple of times, used to hang out with him, and saw his dad's station, Joel Schwartz, um, WB3, I think, IWC, I think was his call at the time. And yeah, he definitely got me interested in amateur radio, and I was hooked. Took my test, passed the 5 words a minute as a novice, and didn't have a whole lot of airwaves to use, but I was active on CW, and that was primarily the first love there. So yeah, so I was KA3OQN. That was my call. And then once I upgraded to extra in 1991, I guess it was, I took an upgraded to extra when I was stationed at Whiteman Air Force Base in central Missouri. So I took and became part of the founding members of the Warrensburg Area Amateur Radio Club. And they needed VEs to test, so it was a good excuse to upgrade. I went from a novice to general, then to advanced, and then to extra. So the call sign right now, currently, Whiskey Victor 3 Victor, is courtesy of the FCC, not a vanity call. And it definitely flows when you send it in Morse code. So kind of neat. Let's see here. N3WER says, I talked to you in 1983. Wouldn't have been 83. That would have been way too early because I got my license in 1985. So couldn't have been me with KA3OQN. I would definitely have to check the log. I tried to put most of my log stuff into QRZ, but I still have too many logbooks to try to add all that. But yeah, it is 1985. Yep, there you go. Well, very good. I'll have to take a look you up here on QRZ. Let me see if I can get into QRZ without disrupting. Okay. All right. Chris. Yeah, there you go. Okay. In Lemoyne, PA. All right. Well, very good. I have to look at the detail here. Let me see where Lemoyne is at. New Cumberland. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Just outside of Hershey and Carlisle. Very nice. Yeah, very cool. That is very cool. And it's cool that you were able to make a contact with me, and I made a contact with you. It is definitely neat when you run across paths like that. Yeah, OBS I'm still trying to work out, and it is its own little nightmare there. So, but yeah, very cool, Chris. Good to meet you. Glad you're hanging in there and chit-chatting back and forth here with me on the stream. I appreciate that. A long time has passed since 1985, I can tell you. And my amateur radio career has gone up and down and left and right, and just doing all kinds of good stuff. So I appreciate you stepping into the chat and giving me a little feedback there. So that's cool. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take and probably go ahead and end the stream here in just a minute or two, because not everybody likes just seeing Morse code kind of come up on the screen and listening to some dits and das. But it is one of these things that I'm trying to get going here and really trying to figure out. So I appreciate it. And thanks for stopping by, Chris. N3WER, the ham radio Elmer. Yeah, I guess we're fitting into those categories now. I never considered myself an Elmer, but I try to help people every time I go out looking at parks on the air. COVID really kind of kicked me in the butt of getting in, back full swing into amateur radio. Took a little bit of hiatus here and there, depending on my work schedule and being in the military and stuff. But back at it full swing, and love Parks on the Air. Love getting out and talking about amateur radio and sharing the hobby with people and what you can do with minimal equipment. And okay, there you go. You see that everything just took and turned green, and that is the AI boost. So that's what that is. If you're looking right here in the center, all of this was white text, very similar here to the top. But all of this text just took and turned green, and that was from the AI boost. It went through and cleaned that whole thing up, which is kind of interesting. And so now here it goes again, W1AW, QST, QST. And there you can see it didn't quite decode. It's having some issues decoding, but yeah, very good. Nice. Thanks for the sub there, Chris. Appreciate that. All right, so I'm going to let this run for just another minute or two, and I'll say 73s for now. We'll try to get back on here and do a little bit longer stream. I know it's late on the East Coast there, almost 11 o'clock, so appreciate it. We'll let Dit Storm kind of do its thing, and maybe I'll pop in here one or two more times to let everybody know what's going on. Thanks for hanging out and sticking around. WV3V. And if you're just joining in or tuning in, this is WV3V, and I am playing around again with the Dit Storm cipher tonight with W1AW, and it's actually locked in pretty good. About a 65% confidence level. We did have 100% earlier. This is supposedly sending at 20 words a minute. And I do have the AI boost on. So here you can see the green text that is actually AI boosted. And this white text is currently what's coming in right now. Now our confidence just went up to 97, 96, fluctuating a little bit due to band conditions. So again, this is the Dit Storm cipher from Morse Nexus, copying W1AW right now on 20 meters, 14.047.5. And it is working relatively well with a confidence level upwards in the 90s. Now it just dropped a little bit, but band conditions may be starting to change a little bit. And I believe that's for the confidence level taking and sometimes changing so drastically. Words per minute is about 28 to 30 words a minute. Again, from W1AW, the ARRL, sending their QST bulletins. And one of the comments I made earlier was about the Dit Storm cipher is the independent audio. So on the device, you're plugging the audio coming from the speaker into the actual Dit Storm cipher, but you have to have the actual volume of the radio up. So if there would be an independent way to change that software, that would be great. Unless the purpose of the device is to take into assist with learning Morse code versus just operating it. And again, if you happen to have this device and know how to adjust that feature of it, drop me a comment, because the radio kind of blasts you out of the shack by having the volume up. And if I turn the volume down, it does affect the confidence level. Here, I'll just, I'll take and I'll start to adjust it. And you can see almost immediately that the confidence level kind of drops. And there we go. But still, you can't see anything in the waterfall, but the confidence has gone. See, so it is volume dependent, which is a feature I'm not real impressed with. And there you can also see that the text turned green, and that is from the AI boost. So the AI boost cleaned all of that text up. And again, it didn't get it 100% because there's, I don't know, 30 or 40 varies. It says very, very, very in that line of text there. So even though the confidence may be high, the AI boost is not quite that high. So let's turn the AI boost off. And we will come back in here. So yeah, so there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now. So 73s, everybody, thanks for taking and sticking around and checking it out. We'll do some more on the air testing here in the future. Have a great night.